Good morning, everybody. This is TJ with NetPicks.com and the Trend Jumper. Doing some live trading this morning. Non-farm payroll report just came out. You can see there was some good movement in the crude oil market just prior to the report and after. So we're just waiting for our next setup. Got a Renko bar over here on the left corner. We may place a trade with this Renko chart. Alright, we're going to take this short here on crude oil, 93.07.
Order filled.
And we're going to trade to each of these two targets and then trail a position. So we're going to go to 92.87 and 92.72. And our stop is up here at 93.27. There it is. So I got this entered in as a three-position approach. One thing about Renko is that you have to execute everything about your trade on the borders of the bar, the highs or lows of the bar. So the entry lines up on the low of the bar here. The stop, you'll see, is lined up with the high of the bar up here. Targets are also on the borders of the bars, you could see by just drawing a horizontal line across. So we're not really interested in what happens intra-bar. You'll notice with Renko you could get some price action down here, and then it could move all the way up and you'll get price action up here. And you'll never see that price action until after the bar closes, and then the bar will print and it's become a part of permanent history. You see right there it's printed. Now we're on the next bar. For that reason, for backtesting purposes and to understand really how your trade strategy is done using Renko, you've got to focus on just the borders of the bar, because once that bar closes, you know that that is true. That really happened. And it helps filter out a lot of noise. You just heard a chime. That was another crude oil trade I had going on another screen with a different strategy using a different trend jumper approach. Maybe I'll show that to you in a bit. So I've got a couple things going on different monitors. It pays to have a couple different accounts with different brokers so that you can trade different strategies with the same instrument. I'm trading this on TradeStation. I had a couple positions short on crude on my Thinkorswim account. So we'll just let this play out. If I can at least get to that first target, then I can move my stop to a break-even position. Got a ways to go, and I definitely have to get through this yellow line here. That's a 50 EMA, exponential moving average. It's a pretty good marker at where near-term support and resistance might be. You can see when you look back here that it bounced off of that line pretty good. So we'll see what happens if it can come back down and test it again. And making some progress here. A couple ticks shy. There we go. There's full target. I've already got now one contract banked, and I'm going to go ahead and move this down to a break-even position. Notice that the stop moved from here down to here. I'm showing you the Trend Jumper Pro calculator, which has recently been Renko enabled, so you can easily trade Renko now with the Trend Jumper, and you can see it makes for some very interesting trade opportunities, and it presents the information in a very clean and organized way. It's easy to see, easy on the eyes, easy to read, and because you're just dealing with the borders of the bricks, it's not so frantic. It's easy to respond to as well. Now I can move my stop lower if I wish, but soon enough the stop is going to start trailing the green line here. And in fact, when I am as close as I am to this target, I do want to protect some profit with one of my positions.
Order filled.
And that was easy enough. We're going to go to 93.02. Actually, I was going to split that order, but now I don't think I need to. I'll just let the dots tell me where to go here. 92, 93. I got to move my stop on my other trade. I'll give you a quick look at the other trade I'm in. This is also a trend jumper. It's a different approach. This is an approach I taught to members during the last boot camp I did. Every so often we'll do an advanced training and we'll kind of stretch out the trend jumper and show you some advanced techniques and how to use it. This one is not commonly known, but it works really well. I got short here. Could have got short up here, but it was a little bit before the start time. Probably could have got short up here. Either one, they're both good trades. I have to move my stop now to 92.86, so let me do that really quick. And you can see here my Thinkorswim platform. 286. I call this power trading. It's where you trade the same instrument with different strategies. It's a different type of diversification. 92.97. Got to move this one down. Here we go. I'm a little handicapped today because I've been nursing a sore elbow on my right hand. Got a real stubborn case of tennis elbow. Don't know what caused it. My elbow has been pretty painful, and my physical therapist seems to think it's from all the mousing I do when I'm trading. So he's got me now doing all my mousing with my left hand. So while I'm trying to record this video and manage these trades, I'm doing it all left-handed. It's a little tricky. I keep forgetting I got to use different fingers to push different buttons, but I'm starting to get it pretty good here. Notice that the stop keeps moving down. 87. I mean, I could lock in, I could guarantee profit, but you never know how far this can go. I already got two contracts at nice profit levels here. Notice the risk-reward ratio on this trade started out really good, and I could illustrate that for you by drawing these lines. Here's the stop right here, right? All right, so that was my risk between my entry and stop. Let me move my other stop on my other trade. That's moved down another 10 cents. Okay. And actually it's moved down again. All right, just to illustrate what I'm talking about here. So notice that to the first target, it's 1-to-1. So I got a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. And once I get my first position banked, the stop moves down to break even, right? Look at the risk-reward on the second. It's like 3.5-to-1 or 4.5-to-5. I forget. It's almost 2-to-1. Not quite. Not quite 2-to-1. I think it's like 7-to-4 or something like that. Notice the stop moved down to 82. But you could trade a lot more relaxed with these kind of charts. I'm able to talk to you, trade left-handed, trade another position on another chart, another monitor. That stop has just moved down again, so I'm doing that as we speak. Just because of the nature of Renko. I mean, the price has to really move to cause me to have to react really quickly. Otherwise, you know, there's plenty of time to do what I have to do. And it filters out a lot of the noise. I mean, what a beautiful looking move down, right? You have the nice move up, the nice move down. This is why a lot of us day traders like to trade crude oil futures. It's such a great trading market. You get movement like this with regularity. And the Renko chart really, it just shows you these beautiful moves, right? I'm not really worried about what's going on with the little noisy movement inside of here. I know that if this moves up the distance of the bar, it will then close. See where that closes there. Notice that I caught this move down with the tick chart. This is a 377 tick chart. It's getting ready to stop out. One tick away. My stop is down here at 71 on my Thinkorswim platform. On the matrix here, this shows the value of the open contract. It does not represent the other two closed contracts. So I have $380 worth of profit at this point. If it stops out, it'll be a 25-cent profit, $250. Crude oil is $10 per penny per contract. So this started out as a 3-contract trade. So the first position came off 1, 2, 3, 4 bars below my entry, and these are 5-cent Renko bars, 5 ticks. So that was a $200 move right there. I had $200 of risk per trade, right? 5, 10, 15, 20. The second target, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So that was a $350 move right there. So all in all, those 2 contracts made $550. And then I've got my third contract still in play, as you know. On the other trade, and that trade has survived, it's still in there. This one, you could see the entry at 93.13. That second target where I got out at 92.99, so that was a 14-cent move for $140 to the middle target, and the second position is trailed all the way down to here, and there's 47 cents open on that one. So if that stops out, it'll probably be 39 cents or somewhere close to 40 cents. So a nice trade there too. We'll see how long that goes. And pretty good day. I mean, I'll be done. Once these trades are finished, I don't really need to trade anymore today. And you just heard the other trade close. So it popped up here and hitting the stop. Could I get long right here? Sure, I could. There's an entry. If I show you the data window, you can see how I got my entry, my targets, my stop, and it looks like it's moving in the right direction. Trend Jumper has the uncanny way of putting you in front of the trade at the right time. I mean, it's not going to win every time, of course, but just look back, even in the earlier part of the market, you could see winner, 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 winner. Yeah, there's a couple losers in here too, but this is obviously before I'd be trading anyway in the way pre-market. During the European session, it's pretty slow, and I'm basically sleeping when this is occurring. Wouldn't want to trade in here anyway. But the point is that the trade is just so organized. You have so much structure on the chart. You could see the trades. You could see the entire plan before you, entry, exits, and then the management of the trade as the trade progresses. This is not the standard trend jumper strategy that we use in the trade room, although we do look at the Renko chart quite often. If I go back to my other chart here, we could look at the 377 that we typically do in the trade room, and there was no trade. And the reason why is because we have a filter where we don't short against the direction of this yellow line, but there's also a unique technique that we talk about and that we trade in the trade room as an optional trade, and that would have had this one going short from here. And the technique's pretty cool. We use some innovative approaches to being able to trade against the direction of this yellow line when opportunity presents itself, as it did in the case of this move down. So what I would do is I would merely open up the calculator. See, it says Trend Jumper Pro. This is our calculator, and it's a pretty powerful tool. There's a lot of settings in here, but the one I'm really interested in is a filter, and I could turn it to false. And I would just do this on a trade-by-trade basis as I need it. And so now you will see the trade print right here. And so it makes it really easy to trade. See, it shows up. It turned the filter off, and this would have been, obviously it was a great trade. I took advantage of the move with the Renko chart and the other custom trade plan that I showed you that had all the pink dots. But this would be the traditional trend jumper trade, and again, a really great trade from 92.93. I mean, from 93.09 to 92.93, and then the trailer all the way down, basically finishing in the same place that the pink trade finished. So it's a really great tool. I mean, you could just do so much with it. And of course, once you're done with that particular technique, you got to remember to Turn that filter back on because we really do benefit from the use of that filter in most cases. And so you'd either be finished with the morning or you'd be looking to take maybe one more trade, get one more winner. Another market we like to trade is heating oil futures. And there was a trade right here. We start at 9 a.m. So those trading heating oil would have got short right here as it pushed through the entry. Again, you could see how easily it's laid out, very organized. Your entry, your target. This is a momentum bar, so every trade is the same size. This trade is still trailing down. You see, there was a place to add to our position. There are techniques that we cover, knowing when and how to add to your position for those that want to scale up and build a position. You can see that was a good trade too. There are times you're not going to want to do that. It's more advanced, but as you grow your account, learn the trend jumper, you certainly can learn how to do that. But in the meantime, this will be the only trade that heating oil traders will take today, and it's probably going to be a triple-digit winner. Every tick is worth $4.20 with heating oil. 93.67. The first position came off. The second position, it's already down to 92.86. That's where the stop would be if it were to push higher. So there's definitely a triple-digit gainer in here. Well over 100 plus ticks. Not counting the add-on trade. Here's our Renko chart. So I don't need to dwell on what's going on here. I can see the stop hasn't moved. It's easy for me to focus on other things. And my trade is completely managed. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about it. Down here is our Euro-Yen chart. We do this every day in the trade room as well. You could see the reaction to the non-farm payroll. It's not really a chart I'd be interested in at the moment just because it's still reacting to the employment report. And on another monitor, I've got another matrix type of chart, type of workspace that I could easily get to and click to. I like to have multiple ways to get to my trades, to manage my trades. You can see the stop move down, look, to 77. So it looks like we're getting closer to possibly stopping out. Notice the stop came down. That's because of the green dotted line coming down. And as the bars close below the green dotted line, the stop will move down. Notice on this bar, the stop did not move down, and that's because the bar closed above the green dotted line. We call that the jump line. And that's really the magic behind the trend jumper. It's a proprietary indicator that just does an amazing job of showing us near-term support and resistance levels from which to jump off of. And we use it in a variety of ways. One way is to mark our trailing stop. And you'll see that in action here. And it's tuned to Renko. And it's moving down some more. Notice the close below the line. Push the stop even lower. And notice how it kept us in the trade. I mean, remember I was talking about how I could have pushed my stop down and pushed it down and locked in more and more and more? I'm not in a hurry to get out of the trade. I want to let my profits run, right? I want to stay in the winning trade. You have to let the trades develop at the pace they need to develop. There's no reason to hurry. It's just another trade. By staying in the trade, who knows how far down this can go? I'm playing with market money anyway. No matter what happens, I'm going to be very profitable on this trade. So I don't have to do anything. I don't have to fret it. I don't have to get rich on a single trade. Trading's about making money trading. It's trade after trade after trade. I'm a trader. It's what I do. I trade. So I can't be too concerned with the outcome of any trade. That would be non-productive. Cause me to do things that are not in the spirit of making money as a trader. These are concepts we discuss and reinforce and work into everything we do as we continue to use Trend Jumper in our private owners club and in the live trade room. And I'm merely just demonstrating that in this video, what we do every day. Not always as profitable as this every day, but it's been a steady growth in equity ever since Trend Jumper came out. Crude oil with the other standard plan I just showed you a little while ago is already up over $2 already in January. That's $2,000, and that's just with a few trades. I mean, we don't trade that much. Sometimes we're done with 1 or 2 trades, and that's it. Depends on the outcome of the morning. We have a dynamic goal setting strategy that we use. It's called the power of quitting. And if this trade stops out, I will be empowered to quit trading crude oil today based on hitting the goals that I
Order
use
filled.
every day. And there you go. That trade is finished. But I think I'll end this video now. This is TJ with NetPicks.com and the Trend Jumper. I hope you enjoyed my crude oil trades today, and I'll see you next time.